Hello, and welcome to Modern Mindfulness, your guide to kindness, meditation, and wisdom in everyday life. Imagine waking up every morning feeling like you're just going through the motions. You're not depressed, but you're not exactly thriving either. You lack the energy and motivation to fully engage in life, even though nothing seems inherently wrong. This state of blandness is what psychologists refer to as languishing. As we navigate the complexities of modern life, it's easy to find ourselves stuck in this rut. The demands of work, the uncertainties of the pandemic, and the pressures of everyday life can leave us feeling emotionally drained and disconnected. But what if I told you that there's a way out of this funk? Today, I want to talk to you about languishing, recognizing it and moving through it with some helpful practices. At the end of the video, I'll share my own personal practice for getting myself out of the rut of languishing. But first, please subscribe so you can keep up with future videos, and if you find this useful, hit like and leave us a comment. We'd really appreciate it. Now let's talk languishing. Psychologists suggest that one of the best strategies for managing emotions is to name them. Just like how a couple years ago, during the height of the pandemic, the most viral post in the history of the Harvard Business Review was an article describing our collective discomfort as grief. Or recall our recent video about glimmering, a psychological phenomenon that deepens our positive feelings. Giving a name to our feelings helps us understand them better and empowers us to take control of our emotional well-being. So let's start by naming this difficult state we might be in: languishing. It's that pervasive feeling of emptiness and stagnation that dulls our motivation and leaves us feeling disconnected from life. Again, it's not quite depression or anxiety, but it's more than just a passing state of sadness. By acknowledging and naming languishing, we begin to defog our vision, gaining clarity into what had previously felt like an indistinct experience. But here's the thing, you're not alone. Languishing is common and shared, especially in today's fast-paced and uncertain world. So, the next time someone asks you, "How are you?" consider giving an authentic answer. Honestly, I feel like I'm languishing. It's a refreshing departure from toxic positivity and opens the door to meaningful conversations about mental health and well-being. Now, you might be wondering, what can we do about languishing? One concept that offers hope is flow. Flow is that elusive state of absorption in a meaningful challenge or momentary bond, where your sense of time, place, and self melts away. By immersing ourselves in activities that capture our full attention, we can transcend languishing and tap into a sense of purpose and fulfillment. But finding flow isn't always easy, especially in today's world of constant distractions and fragmented attention. That's why setting boundaries and creating uninterrupted blocks of time is essential. Think about the activities where you can literally lose yourself for long periods of time. For some people, it's gardening. For others, it is writing. For others, still knitting or sewing. It's best if you are engaging your mind or body in ways that keep us free from distractions. Keep our cell phones on silent if we can. Turn off notification on your desktop if you're using it. Better yet, get away from the computer and phone altogether. Additionally, starting with small wins and manageable challenges can help us break free from the grip of languishing. Whether it's solving a word game or setting aside time for a meaningful conversation, taking small steps towards our goals can reignite our energy and enthusiasm for life. My own number one go-to for snapping out of a period of languishing is finding time for nature. Every city I have ever lived in has had at least a few great parks with safe and quiet areas where I could just look out over the countryside or down upon a flowing stream or river. I've lived in some places where I could just walk a block and find myself on a trail leading up a mountainside. Even if it's just your own yard or spending time with some good indoor plants, nature has incredible power to revive us. When I'm there, I try to take a few intentional breaths to settle into the place and my body to really be present. It's in times and places like this that inspiration arises and obstacles in my daily life just seem to dissolve. I always leave these places more energized, hopeful, happy, and ready to take on life. So, as we navigate the challenges of today's world, let's remember that languishing is not a permanent state. By acknowledging our feelings, embracing mindfulness techniques, and prioritizing meaningful engagement, we can overcome languishing and live a life filled with purpose, passion, and joy.